This again. Thank you for joining us on Cooking with Miss Brenda. I have with me Claire Kim. And Claire, how old are you?
13.
You're 13. You're from Georgia.
Yes.
And tell me, do you like to cook in the kitchen?
Yes, I like to cook in the kitchen. I usually help my mom prepare meals, but a struggle for me is cleaning up. So, yeah.
I have that same struggle, and even when I was your age, I didn't like much to clean up either, but I sure love to cook and bake. I just love to cook and bake. But my mama always said that if you make the mess, you have to clean it up.
I think all mothers are very similar.
Your mom has that same rule?
Every day.
And you were telling me one of your favorite things to make is what?
Tapioca pudding.
Tapioca pudding. So you like desserts?
Yes.
I do too. So do you do something different with your tapioca pudding?
I use tapioca balls instead of the powder, so you can chew on the balls, kind of like boba tea. So that's
so
why
it gets
I like it.
they're like soft and almost like jelly
They're
almost.
like jelly, but a little bit harder, so you can actually chew. The pudding. Yeah.
So is it like this, the type of tapioca?
No, it's actually more ball. Like,
okay.
The balls are about like this.
Well,
big.
this is the minute version, so that it goes. It's. So I think they crush those balls a little bit so that you will, cook faster and like that. But today's recipe you're going to love because it's dessert, Bluebarb pie, and it has a combination of rhubarb and blueberry.
Yes.
And I thought it was really interesting. You were, did you get a picture, Melissa, of rhubarb?
I did not, but I'll work on that. Sorry.
It looks like a beet stem / celery.
Yeah, so it's like a stem of celery with a huge big leaf, and you don't eat the leaves. I understand the leaves, I think, are poisonous, maybe even. Yeah, but I think the stem is what you want, and it is very, very sour. If you take a bite of fresh rhubarb, you're going to have pucker power for sure. I mean, it is really sour. It'd be like sucking on a lemon. It's that sour, maybe even more sour than lemon.
Oof.
So you actually, if you're going to cook with rhubarb, you need to use some sugar. You're going to need a sweetener for it. But it's one, I grew up with rhubarb. It grows predominantly in the north. It doesn't really grow well in the south, and our soil is what kind of soil?
Clay.
Red, hard clay. So it doesn't really yield itself to the south, but it does grow in the north. And I freeze a lot of rhubarb. My mom grows it, and so she lives in Michigan. When I go home, and hi, Mom, I know you're watching. I just want to tell you I love you. And when it grows, you could. And I wonder, Melissa, if you put his phone in front of I bet they could see it. Why don't we try that?
That's fine.
And
I haven't actually printed one out, but this will work just fine.
Yeah, let's see if you can see what a rhubarb looks like. But my mom lives in Michigan. She grows it, and I go up there and I bring a whole bunch home and I freeze it up because I love to use it all year. There's a lot of things you can use rhubarb. Rhubarb jam is amazing. I have a good recipe for rhubarb jam. I love rhubarb cobbler. I love rhubarb sauce over pancakes. It's amazing, and waffles. So there's lots of wonderful things that you can make with rhubarb. So this recipe, you have to let the rhubarb sit for a little while with the sugar and the tapioca. So for that reason, I already have it out in here so that it could be marinating and softening and the juice starts to come out. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do first, this is really, it's such an easy thing to do. I'm going to have you go ahead and stir this up, if you would. And once it's completely combined and stirred, and you'll see all that juice in the bottom. You can probably see in the bowl. It's really getting nice and juicy. And that's why I wanted to share with you that in this recipe, if you are using homegrown rhubarb, this rhubarb we actually purchased in a store, and they have a way of flash freezing, which is different than what we do in our home freezers. So if you're using home frozen rhubarb or fresh rhubarb, you will want to add 1 extra tablespoon of your tapioca to it because you are going to get a lot juicier than this. And you can see how juicy that is already.
Yeah, it looks kind of good.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yes.
So now that you can, combine that even a little bit more, get that really combined good, and then add our fresh blueberries to it.
Okay.
And you can do a lot of things. It doesn't have to be blueberries. You can say, oh, I don't really have blueberries, or I don't like them. You can add strawberries. People put fresh strawberries in there. You can have rhubarb peach pie. You can have, rhubarb apple pie is delicious. So you could, play with this if you want. But I'd encourage you to at least try this one. It's real good. Let me connect up here really quick while she's stirring so that I can see the comments coming in. And it's that wheel spinning. You know how that is. And so let's see if we got a test going on. I want to thank all our viewers who are kind enough to let us know. Who let us know. I got to turn our volume off of here though. So thank you for letting us know that we didn't have sound. So I really appreciate that as well. And let's see who's joined us already so far. Oh, we've got lots. Rhonda, thank you for letting us know that there was no sound. And my Australian manager's online. Hey, Kevin Majewski, he is amazing. And I love you very much. And thank you for letting us know. So we got that taken care of now. Give us the thumbs up if everything's good. And Dina is on with us. And hi, Dina. Dina helped me on Kids Time for years. She helped me with the sharing time portion. She'd fly out. She lives out west. She would fly out. And she would help me and volunteer, and her daughter on Kids Time. I love and appreciate you so much, Dina. Let's see. Oh, and Jerry's with us, and she's going, yep. And they're letting us know that there's no sound. And Liesel is with us, and Susie is with us. Hey, Susie. And, okay, we have, Rhonda's saying, Melissa, where's the recipe link? And so the recipe, if you want the recipe, go to kidsclubforjesus.org. Kidsclubforjesus.org. And
I put it in the comments, so it's there.
And it's in the comments, so you have it already. That's how you find it. So it makes it easy. And Rob is with us, and Yulena's joined us, and let's see, Muriel. Oh, you say it is yummy, Muriel. And then we have Gigi and Noah from Australia have joined us, and so we're glad you all have joined us today. Maybe what we'll do now, that looks amazing. That looks really good. Before we start our crust, though, why don't you read the recipe for him?
Okay, so Bluebarb crumb pie ingredients: 4 cups of rhubarb, 2 cups of fresh blueberries, 1.5 cups sugar, 3 tablespoons tapioca, 3 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Oh, do I read the crust part too?
Yes, and for the crust you will need, that's for the filling. So for the crust you will need.
Okay. 2 1/4 cups all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup sugar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 1 cup vegan margarine and chilled.
Yes. Now, one of the things that I hear from people all the time is that they don't know how to make a pie crust. They'll say, I can cook, I can bake, but when it comes to pie crust, my pie crust always fail. Well, this is one of the easiest pie crusts you're ever going to make. You cannot fail with this one. I mean, if you follow the instructions, you cannot fail. So let me just show you. Let's set that over there on the sink, if you would. And what we're going to do is we're going to unwrap our margarine right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you cut that, and see it here. Okay. I'm going to have you cut that in pieces about like that. It doesn't have to be exact, but just pieces like that. And then let me put this, I'll throw this in the garbage, and I'll do this too. I'll put that one next when you're done. Kevin, you would love Bluebarb pie, I'm telling you right now. You would love it. Let's see here. Let's see if we have any questions. And the Fox family says hi to you, Claire.
Oh, they're watching? Hi,
Sayla. So that's good. And we have people that watch Lily from all over the world. While we're getting ready here, I wanted to also invite you to watch on Sabbath at 5:30 for praise and worship. Every Sabbath at 5:30, praise and worship. I'll be at my piano here in my home. I invite you to come to my home. I'm at my piano, and I'm playing your song favorites so that you can type in your song favorites, and I'll play them for you. So I already know the song. You've already put your song request in.
Yes.
So what song you want me to play on Sabbath?
What a friend we have in Jesus.
And so I'm going to dedicate that to her. And so if you know somebody has a birthday or an anniversary, you want to dedicate a song to them, or just a special friend, or for yourself, you can even let me know ahead of time if you want to, and or right during the program, either way. And then at the end of every program, we take prayer requests, and we really offer up a special prayer for every single prayer request. And I believe in the power of prayer, don't you, Claire?
Yes, definitely.
So, look, you did an amazing job. You absolutely did an amazing job. So what we're going to do, this is a food processor. So I will tell you that you will need a food processor to do this recipe. There is not another way to do it without a food processor. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, we'll set this over here. So I brought this box so that you could see, for those of you who don't know what tapioca is, can you see that box good, Melissa?
Yes.
Okay.
This is instant, though.
Yeah, this is the instant, so maybe she'll show you a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah, the minute tapioca. Okay, so that's what we don't need that because it's already in here. So we're just going to put this over here for now. This is our flour. I love these little lids, don't you?
Yes,
And,
they're very easy.
Easy to do, and it keeps everything nice and fresh. Okay, so we're going to put 1 1/4 cup of flour in here, because if you can see, we're going to put 2 1/4 cups. Sorry about that. We have to keep us honest here. And what you're going to do is you're going to, that's your 1/4, so you can put that one if you want, and you're going to level this off. For this one, you don't just dip in, and you take your knife and you're going to level it off so it's completely level, and just put that down in here.
Okay, so that's 1/4.
1/4, and now you're going to have 2 cups of this, and you're going to need to level that off as well, so that we don't get more flour than what we need. So there's some recipes that aren't critical about it, but usually when you're baking, you want to be very exact. So, yep, that's good. And you can be careful with that. And there, you can use this to even scooch it out if you want.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And
what happens if somebody's in a country where they don't have tapioca? Is there a substitute?
where they don't have tapioca, yes. What you can do is you can use flour to just the same kind of amount you would thicken any fruit pie. If you've made fruit pies, just use extra flour and to inside the pie over there instead of the tapioca. And it will be a different, you won't have the same pudding-like taste in the pie, but it will be not so juicy and running over either. So you'll need some kind of thickener. So I would say if you don't have tapioca, go ahead and use flour. That's fine.
Ash's saying she's not sure they have tapioca in South Africa. So.
Okay. Now here's what we got to do. We got to make sure we don't get flour in here. So let me get this out of here just a second. And can you just scooch that off of there? It's kind of hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're just going to put that. This little tool here is really a handy tool to have, because what it does, it keeps things from sticking to the side of your pan when it's going around. The side of your bowl. So isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this on. And when I say jog, you're going to turn to this left just real quick and up and down. You're going to just jog it real quick. It's not going to stay on.
So
go to the left real quick, and then that's it.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. That's all.
Oh my gosh. That's
Okay.
scary.
So I'm going to turn it on, and once I turn it on, you're going to take this in your hand like this, and you don't want to melt it in your hand, so you're going to go quickly. And you're going to put as many, like one at a time, in here as you can. Okay. And the trick to this, and this is the trick, folks, you only want to do this until you don't want to do this until it's clumping together. You don't want it to look like a pie crust. You want it to look just until there's no chunks of butter, and it will still look fluffy and powdery. If you do it more, it's going to roll up like ball, and you might as well throw it out and start over.
You want it to look crumbly.
You want it to look very crumbly. Very crumbly. Okay. So if anybody has any questions, you can ask them right now. And let's see. So Rhonda's already put her song request in for Zephyr. I love you, Rhonda. You are the best. And can I tell you what? The things you post on Facebook are the funniest things. You are such a good poster on Facebook. But and inspiring things. So I really want to tell you how much I love and appreciate you. But you want This Is My Father's World, and in recognition of Father's Day, we're thinking about our Heavenly Father, and that's awesome. I will definitely do that. So Melissa, write that on my list. And then Tiffany wanted to tell me that her birthday is tomorrow. So Tiffany, happy birthday! In fact, on Sabbath, remind me, Melissa, write that down. I will play Happy Birthday for you on Sabbath. Okay? There's a Christian Happy Birthday song. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yes, there is. I made it up, but but I like it. And the words are, it's to the same tune of Happy Birthday, but the words are, Happy birthday to you, to Jesus be true. God bless you and keep you the whole year through.
Aw, that's so
Isn't
nice.
that nice? And so I call it my Christian birthday song. So we will sing that to you, Tiffany, on Sabbath, okay? So Melissa's going to remind us. So once I turn this on 1, the pressure's on. You're responsible for putting every one of those in. If you want to take up half of them to do if you want. So you'll put in, I'll put in, you put in, and we aren't going to turn this off until this is done. And if we ruin it, we do have more flour to do this again.
Okay.
All right?
I can do this.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Let's have a countdown. On your mark. 1. Or we should say 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
One at a time. 3. Got it?
Yes.
Oh, we did it. And it's perfect.
Yeah! We did it.
Oh,
we
that's
did
good.
it. We did it.
Okay, so there's a towel right there for you. And I got a towel right here because get off right. Yeah, get that off. So I want to show you how this looks. So crumbly still. So let me get this over here.
That was fun.
Isn't that fun? It's like the countdown's on because there is a very fine line, and I'm not kidding you, between this will almost start making a ball of dough like you would have a pie crust. And it is not good. You can roll it out like a pie crust and it will still be bad. It just doesn't work. So you want it to be, crumbly like this. And maybe, Claire, if you would hold this out and go close to the camera, like so that they can see it, tip it down a little bit so they can see. And you can even take a knife in there and stir it so they can get an idea for, hold it up to the camera a little bit better.
The name wouldn't be rhubarb crumb pie if it wasn't supposed to be crumbly.
Exactly. So we'll put this in the sink.
Okay.
And now what I'll do is I'm going to take this and let's put those over there.
Okay.
And this one over here. And now we're ready for our pie pan. I'm just going to push that over there. We can put that over there. We don't need that anymore. Or this here, we can put that in the sink as well. Okay, so, you know what I forgot to put in here? Is the salt.
Oh no!
So you absolutely have to have the salt. But guess what? See, you can't there's not very many mistakes you can make in the kitchen you can't just fix. This was one in here, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sprinkle, and we're just going to have you stir. Okay? In fact, I wonder if I have I have a cute little stir. My friend Stephanie Griffiths gave me that.
Oh, this
and
is so cute.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And let me put that over there. Glad I saw that salt sitting there. I went, oops, because it wouldn't taste as nice without the salt. I'll just share that.
Yep.
So just go around in there and just make sure that's stirred up a little bit. And Patrick just joined us. Hi, Patrick. Thank you for joining us. It's so good to have you. We are making Bluebarb pie, and it is absolutely delicious. You will want to make it. I wonder if they have Bluebarb. Hey, Kev, do they have rhubarb in Australia? I'm not sure if they do or not, but let me know if they have that there. And Carrie Viola joined us, and Charlene joined us. Hey, Charlene. And Brenda joined us. A different Brenda than me. And Rhonda Bernard joined us as well. So, we're so glad you guys have joined us. Just so you know, we are making Bluebarb pie today. We just made our crumb mixture. And I forgot the salt in there. So she's fixing my problem right here. She's just stirring it up and no harm done, right?
Yeah.
And so are we about good, you think? Do you feel good about it?
It's perfect.
Okay. Then we have our pie pan. Now, I like the Pyrex glass pie pans. And this one, there's some that don't have this fluted edge, but you kind of want this fluted edge because it's a little taller pie pan. And for this recipe, you will need it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this here right here. So what you're going to do we have that fourth a cup again of...
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Right
that's fine.
here.
And what you can do is take a little of this and add... Let's see if we can add about 3/4 cup and see what we need. We might need more than that, but just just throw them in there. Yep, yeah, I think you're going to need at least a cup. Yep. And what this does is enough to do a top and a bottom crust. And so here's what I do. So now you've got enough to start in there. So take some with your fingers and start pushing up.
Oh, okay.
To the edge. So you can start on that side, just start pushing up towards the edge. And see, you don't have to roll out crust for this. So if people say, oh, I can't make crust, this makes such delicious pies. You can make a cherry pie. You can make an apple pie. You can make any kind of fruit pie is good with this crust. People love it. And it's one of those melt in your mouth crusts. Okay, it looks like you're going to need a little more in there.
Okay.
So put a couple more scoops. And you want it to come up to the top because we're going to seal that at the top once we put our fruit in. And
Should this be enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And if it's not, we can always scoop. If it's not, we can add more, or we can take some out. It won't hurt anything. And so just gently press against. And yep, that looks wonderful.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay. So now start patting this down just a little bit. I'll give you a little more to put in there. And so that forms our bottom crust. And then, yep, just pat. And so that there's not any spaces.
No open spaces.
No open spaces.
Okay.
Yep, there's some over there maybe. Right there. That looks amazing. I'm going to show you what we did. There it is. We've covered the pie pan. And we didn't use a rolling pin, did we?
Nope.
No rolling pin. Okay, so now... what you're going to do is, oops, I dropped my towel, is you're going to we're going to just dump everything from here into here.
Even all the juice?
Even all the juice. And my table's clean, so I'm going to add this right here. Yep, okay. You did a really good job mixing.
Thank you.
And what's your favorite subjects in school?
I really like history, literature, but I don't really like math.
No?
Nope.
Do you know my son-in-law has his master's degree in mathematics and teaches it and is so smart in math. But I'm with you. I struggled with it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I struggled with it. Okay, so I'll hold this for you.
Okay.
You want to just dump that in, or you want to spoon it out and I'll dump it? It doesn't matter.
I'll spoon it out because I don't want to drop the whole thing.
Okay, so if I drop it, it's okay. I have a newsflash for you. Even if you dropped it, it'd be okay. Okay, so we can just set that in the sink, and then now just even that out around there, and yep, that sounds good. And if I got too many berries in the wrong place, I kind of repositioned them so that they're all nice and happy. And they got lots of rhubarb friends to play with in here, you see. All right, that looks wonderful. Now, this is the easy part. Look at this. I'm going to wipe my hands in here. Now you're just going to, you're good with that now. Okay. So, yep, that can go in there. Okay. So what you're going to do, let me get the blade out of here. You're going to just take this and start sprinkling over and covering up all of that. Just keep it covering and keep it so it's completely even until you've used all of it. Okay. And then make sure you get some on the sides here so that kind of seals it together like your pie crust. Okay. You know, it's right there. Yep. Just gently kind of go all the way around like this. Isn't this easy?
Yeah.
I mean... I'm telling you, even someone that says, oh, I can't make pie crust, you can make this recipe. I promise you that. It's not difficult to do at all.
I want to try this recipe at home. This is fun.
Yeah. It's fun to do, and it's it's really fun in the kitchen to me. Also, when you're pleasing people, I think the joy of cooking is in the pleasing.
Yes.
When you have somebody that you cook something for them and they're like, oh, this is so good. Doesn't that just like make your whole eyes light up and your heart feels good, and that's what I love. But if you have something they're like just,
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to make that again because it didn't make their eyes light up. I like to make people's eyes light up. So
Okay.
let me push this out here for you. So just some of this bring to the edge. Yep, that's it. And that's why you don't want to have it too thick on the bottom because you got to leave yourself enough on the top to cover some of your top. And now what I'm going to tell you is you're going to bake this in the oven at 375 degrees for about an hour, depending on the oven temperature. Some ovens tend to run hotter, some not as hot, but for me, in this oven, it's 375 for 1 hour, and 1 hour it was perfect, and I'm going to show it to you. I made a sample one. And before we leave, we're going to have, Claire's going to invite her family to come and be tasters. So you'll get to meet her family. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So,
I think we're almost done here. Should I add the
yep,
rest of it?
yep. We're going to,
Okay.
let me do this and you can spread it around. How's that?
Nice.
Okay. There we go.
Should I put
You can
this
put that, yeah,
Okay.
that's good. And you put all that in there. Don't you think your friends would say this is a really easy one to make?
Yes, I don't know where I'm
And you
gonna
don't
get
have to
that
pat it
rhubarb,
too
though.
close, just
Okay.
trying to cover up the... you know what, we found this rhubarb, even though it doesn't grow in your area, we found it right here in our local Publix grocery store.
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
really easy to get.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is, because this can get really juicy and bubble up and out and kind of spill all over the oven, you want to lift this pie up on here. I do a cookie sheet or a pizza pan.
Okay.
And I put it under here like this, so that way there's no mess in the oven. I'm with Claire. We do not like cleaning up, and cleaning
Yes.
an oven is even worse. So, so we're going to just pop this right in the oven. And Melissa, would you set the timer for 1 hour? And in 1 hour, that is going to be amazing. We're going to show you what that's going to look like. Can you put that in the sink? We'll clean up our mess, and then we will bring. Melissa, if you could unplug this, and we can get that out of the way. And then we'll just have this ready put our plates over here, and I'm not going to worry about that. Put all that over there. Here we go. And that's. Now we are getting ready for tasting because, Claire, why don't you hold this up to the camera so they can see it. This is still warm from coming out of the oven. And doesn't that look good?
Yes.
And you see how that made a crust all the way around and sealed?
This is very interesting.
And it bubbled up and out, didn't it? Let's see if we have any other questions. It said, Patrick says, yes, they do have, and Kevin says, yes, they do have rhubarb. So that's good. And Carrie is asking how I'm doing, and we're doing good, Carrie. God is really blessing, and I'm so excited to have Claire with me today. And I love cooking with somebody that also loves to cook.
Yes.
And does your family like to eat?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you think that they're going to enjoy this pie?
I don't know. Yes, maybe no, but I think they will.
Okay. Well, let's invite them all out to come out and be a taster. And so you can introduce your family to them. They can
Okay.
come right here close to me, and they can come out
Honey,
behind you.
come here.
So come on. And come on, Mom, you can make
Come
it.
on.
Come on, Mom, it's okay. She's like, he's gonna encourage her to come. That's okay, Mom. If Mom doesn't want to come, it's okay. We'll have her come next time. Okay. All right. Come on, Aiden. All right. Here we go.
Okay. So this is my dad, Tony. This is my little brother. We call him Chinese Korean name, but his English name is Aiden.
So wait a minute. What's his Korean name?
Chan-hee.
Chan-hee?
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Well, come closer to the table. So we're going to give you each a fork because you get to. We won't make you eat with your fingers, and I'm going to just cut a piece here. And you want a little piece or a big piece?
First, I'll take a little piece.
Okay, that sounds like somebody that's going to be cautious. Okay, that's good.
Chani, it's good, I promise.
So here is. That's a little piece. If you got your fork, and we'll give Dad a piece.
Try it.
This is our first ever rhubarb.
First ever Bluebarb pie. And you got a fork, and then we'll give you yours.
Yeah.
I'm making a mess over here, but we won't tell anybody. We're not telling anybody I'm making a mess. And let's see.
That's what you get with a crumb pie.
This is a crumb pie. That's right. Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
And oh, okay. So you know what? Melissa, I'm going to have you take one to her mom. And there we go. And I'm sure Melissa's going to want one too. So we're going to do the taste. So let me wipe my hands here. Whoops. On this towel. Okay, so drum roll. Let's see what they think.
I already ate one.
You already did. What'd you think?
It's good.
It's good?
Some napkins, if anybody.
Okay, yep. We have
This
some
is
napkins.
not that bad. I expected something very different from this. I love this. This is so good.
It's good. Here's your napkin for you.
Everyone who's watching, you better make this. You have to taste this.
I think I'm going to have you come back and cook with me.
That's sour.
It's a good combination, the rhubarb and the blueberries.
Rhubarb and blueberries, good combination. Well, I think we got a 3 thumbs up, didn't we?
Yes.
And
Yes.
what Mom think? Mom,
It's delicious. Awesome.
it's delicious. Awesome. So she gave us her thumbs up. So I think that's a winner, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What recipes are we going to prepare next week, Melissa?
So next week we have cookies.
Next week is going to be cookies. What kind of cookies?
So you have an option between craisin raisin cookies,
Craisin raisin cookies,
apricot thumbprint cookies,
apricot thumbprint cookies,
molasses cookies,
and
cherry snowballs.
cherry snowballs. What? Any of those sound good to you?
I think I want to try the cherry snowballs.
Amazing.
Yeah, I like all of them. I created the recipes for all of them, so I'm going to say I like all of them. I don't think I have a favorite. Everybody always has a favorite. I guess if I had a favorite, it'd be the craisin raisin because it's like an oatmeal cookie with craisins in it, and so I love oatmeal. I'm happy with that. What about you? What cookie recipe did sound good to you? Snowballs, molasses,
I think he likes
craisin
all
raisin.
cookies.
Oh, you like all cookies? Well, I want to invite you to visit our kidsclubforjesus.org. It's our brand new children's ministry. We offer lots of on-demand Christ-centered programs, and that means you can watch whatever you want to watch when you want to watch it. You think that's a good idea, Aiden? Yes. And we offer so many different kinds of programs. You need to really check us out. We also have lots of activities there as well. We are starting a brand new club. It's called Books for Free. It's a book club that we are going to be offering free books for kids. All the parents will ask people to donate their books. We will inspect them and clean them and put them up on the website, photograph them. Kids can decide what they want. And there'll be no charge for the books. They're absolutely free. All they have to do is pay the shipping. Okay. So you can get as many books as you want, and there's no limit to how many you can have. And so you'll be looking for that. I'm just announcing it for the first time right now, but we'll see a lot of advertisement and stuff coming out here probably by the end of the week. And I'm really excited about this new opportunity. It's so important for kids to read. Wouldn't you agree, Dad?
Yes.
And do you guys like to read?
Yes.
My mom keeps on telling us not to read.
What?
That's how much we read. Like, we don't even do our chores because we're reading. So.
Oh, so you read too much?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Mom isn't against reading. She just is saying they have to be temperate in their time, I think. Right? She's saying, right, Mom?
Yeah.
You can stand behind the camera and talk, Mom. They don't have to see you, but you can defend yourself. She's saying she doesn't want you to stop reading. Just, there's time and place for everything, right, Dad?
Yes.
But what you read is equally important. It's so important, not just that your kids read, but what they're reading. Is what they read going to draw them closer to Jesus? And that's reason why we really want to start this club, to make it easier. There's a lot of kids that you can't, the parents will say, well, we can't go to a library and check out these kind of Christ-centered books, or they're very expensive. So to try to get a lot of books in. So we wanted to make it really easy for you to have wonderful Christ-centered books to read. And it doesn't cost you anything but the shipping. And and we're willing to do the work to get it to you. Exciting. So if you have books you want to donate, Melissa, can you put the where they can send? If you are in the Collegedale, Ottawa area, you can drop them off at the Adventist Book Center. They will have a drop-off box for you. If you're not in this area, you can mail them to us, and Melissa will put the address of where you can mail the books. And it's a wonderful way to support this ministry and support kids around the world reading, because you can order the books from, we don't care where you're from. If you're willing to pay the shipping, we will ship them to you, as many as you want. So whether you're donating books for us or you would like to receive them, you're going to want to stay tuned, because we're going to have some really wonderful books for you. Also, I want to encourage you to join us next Wednesday for more Cooking with Miss Brenda, where we will be making cookies. You have already the opportunity to vote of what recipe. There's 4 recipes that we post each week that you get to choose which one. So you guys, when we're done here, you can go and vote real quick what recipe you want to see next week.
I put the link in the comments.
Okay.
Also, before you say goodbye, there's a bunch of people that are saying hi to the
Okay.
and her family here.
All right,
So
let's
I wanna
see.
read those comments.
Oh dear.
Okay, so Brandon Kin says hi. Good job. And let's see, Patrick Fox says hi.
Hi.
And Lisa wants to tell us it's a delicious recipe. And Carrie said that looks good. And Susie Kim wants you to bring her some pie. I think we can.
Okay, Auntie Susie, we'll bring you
We'll
some.
make that happen. Okay. And then we also have Fred Lee. He says hi to Claire.
Hi, John.
And he says it looks delicious. And then we have Irene Baptiste, who has given us a thumbs up. So thank you for that. And Rhonda's saying thanks for the recipe, and she'll be making it soon. And Rhonda, thank you for always joining us. You're so faithful. She'll be with us on Sabbath. And let's see here. My screen went away real good. Let's see. And we have Tiffany.
Tiffany?
Oops, let's go down here. Says hi again. And we also have Patrick Fox says hi, Claire, from the Fox family.
Aww.
And Gigi and Noah. So I think, let me see if I got any more. Did I get all of them, Melissa?
Erica is saying hello. Remember, Kaylin was on last week.
Oh, Erica. Yes. Hey, Erica. And her daughter was on with us last week. So you can go, if you want to see any of our programs, go to Facebook, Kids Club for Jesus page, and you can watch any of those that you want. And you might know people who are not on Facebook. They can still watch. Go to YouTube, type in Brenda Walsh Ministries, go to my YouTube channel. And by the way, subscribe if you would. I would really appreciate it. If you would be a subscriber, it doesn't cost anything. Just hit subscribe. And you can watch all of our lives and many other programs on my YouTube channel, Brenda Walsh Ministries. Okay. So you've got friends that aren't on Facebook, tell them to go to YouTube, Brenda Walsh Ministries, and you can watch it too. So before we leave, I want to invite you again on Sabbath to join me at 5:30 at Eastern Time for praise and worship. I'll be playing your favorite songs. So you can even send me messages if you know ahead of time or what song you want me to play, and I'd be happy to play that for you. So we should send them off to how I end every single Kids Time program. I say, remember, boys and girls, it's your time to share Jesus. You want to say it with me? Sure. Yes. Remember, boys and girls, it's your time to share Jesus. Love you. Bye-bye.